All right, and hi everyone. Welcome back to the 2-3 zone. Tony'sPicks.com's look at the WNBA, and we've got a couple of games here on Thursday. It gave us the day off here, Ron, on Wednesday, but we definitely saw some action in the Commissioner's Cup on Tuesday. And well, we're going to talk about one team tonight. It's already into their third game of the Commissioner's Cup. Any reaction from those Tuesday night games, Ron?
Well, we saw the Fever. We knew that they were going to come back. We had that one, and we saw that Lynx team that we need to see this year. They
Oh.
showed up big time there, and maybe Seattle's not that good at home this year. I don't know what's going on. I mean, a couple late turnovers. They had it up to 9. A couple late turnovers cost us. Got it back down to 5-6, and that was pretty much it for the Storm on that one. I'm sitting there and I don't know if you ever looked at it. It's like, well, you got 2 favorites covered big. Oh, I better be on the dog late because I don't think 3 favorites are going to cover. So I kind of knew it was coming there. But yeah, let's get to it. I got a couple games back in it there Thursday night. Let's go.
Yeah, I know you'll give Dallas some credit too. Maybe they are going to be a team that develops well here this season. Okay, let's get into our Commissioner's Cup action here on Thursday night. We've got a little bit of a mismatch here, but you got the Liberty on the road, favored by 12 and a half here at Washington. The total 162 and a half. Liberty comes in 1-0 in the Commissioner's Cup, just 7-0 so far on here this season, and 5-2 against the spread too. I think that's important here. They're off of that blowout win, of course, over Connecticut. Washington comes in 3-5. We know they lost their Commissioner's Cup game to Indiana. Man, Ron, Washington, do they practice three-pointers?
You kind of wonder, right? Last time they met on, I think it was 30th of May, somewhere around there, it was 85-63. I see the same thing, but I'm going to go under. It was only, 148 last time. So I think, and I said it, watch out for New York in the unders because that defense is number 1 in the league, holding everybody down. They held them to 63 points their first meeting in Washington. So I'm going to look at the under in this one.
All right, Ron takes the under here with the Liberty and Washington. I'm going to look to the Liberty here. Maybe I haven't been on them enough with this 5-2 spread record so far. I hope I'm not too late to the party here. You guys caution me here. Watch out for them. Looking to make a statement here, I guess, right? Especially in the Commissioner's Cup. We said Washington, maybe they've been a little bit of a surprise, but man, that loss to Indiana, I say it in jest, but, Indiana was lighting it up from 3-point range, of course, and well, when you're just not even shooting any 3-pointers, Washington's game is try to, get it down low. They were trying to get Boston in foul trouble and things like that. Sykes looked okay, but they don't have enough outside shooting. You're not going to be able to counter against the Liberty, even at home. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the big number here on the road at this point with the Liberty here on Thursday night. Ron says go under 162 and a half.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yep, let's look at this next one here now. And wow, the Mercury here, they're going to, now remember, the Western Conference does have to play one extra Commissioner's Cup game. So, yeah, they're going to be a little bit ahead here in the schedule. But Phoenix does come in 1-1 in the Commissioner's Cup. They're 5-3 overall. They are off of a loss to a Minnesota blowout loss. They are 4-4 against the spread, but just 1-2 against the spread as a favorite so far, Ron. Golden State, 2-4, but 4-2 against the spread. They did lose also to Minnesota in their Commissioner's Cup game, but they did get the money again in that one. Ron, the Valkyries are 4-2 ATS, so that's the kind of team we like. Phoenix favored by 7.5, 157.5.
Yeah, I agree. I think Phoenix wins the game, but if you look at their scoring, both are scoring in the 70s, 77 for Phoenix, 74 for Golden State. They're only giving up 82 and 76 respectfully. I think Golden State, 4-2 record, 2-1 on the road, ATS. Man, take Golden State plus the points in this one.
All right, take the Valkyries plus those points. Man, they are hey, if you're an expansion team 4-2 right now, I've got to be pretty impressed here at this point. Look, I've been okay with the totals here on the show. I'm going to go to a total again here in this one. I guess it's not hard when you look at this Valkyries team, as good as they've been. Look, maybe the offense hasn't been there, but maybe they do have a decent looking defense for a young and experienced team, right? They are 0-3 to the under on the road, 1-5 to the under overall, and Phoenix, they are 2-5-1 to the under so far. So I'm going to take the under here at 157 or so in this one with Golden State and Phoenix. We saw, obviously, Phoenix have some offensive problems. I know they were playing Minnesota there in that last game. They both played Minnesota, ironically, in their last game. But I'm going to go under here. Golden State and Phoenix 157. Ron says take the points with the Valkyries plus 7.5. All right, Ron, that's going to do it for our previews here. But man, it's going to be a great weekend of action here at Tony'sPicks.com and more WNBA action with a couple of games. We'll be back tomorrow night on Friday night. We got a big 3-game card on Saturday, so make sure you're joining us here on the 2-3 zone. What's going on, Ron, over at Tony'sPicks.com?
Well, of course, the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, getting ready to, get in the finals there. I was number 1 in NBA, number 3 in the NHL, number 1 regular season NHL. And of course, you got Ramon here as number 1 in MLB this year. So, hey, pair us up. You're going to cover all the sports. We got everything covered for you. So, yeah, do that. And don't forget to catch us on the happy hour Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern.
All right, and how about pairing Ron up and I with we got 2 hot cappers here. We do have the 2-for-1 capper promotion over at Tony'sPicks.com. So why not pair me up with Ron? You could. We don't cover just the major sports. When you talk about Ron and I, we love these peripheral sports, as Tony would call them. So, hey, join me over there too. Yeah, I'm hot. Check out those handicapper leaderboards. See who's hot. You'll see some Ron Crawford. You'll see some Ramon Scott. You'll see some other great cappers over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 15% off all the premium pick packages, those one-day packages there. And really appreciate it, Ron. Great job. We'll be with you all weekend long for this Commissioner's Cup action. So far, I guess we're holding serve there a little bit with some of these teams. So let's see if we get some upsets. All right.
Let's go, baby.
For Ron Crawford, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
2-3, let's do it. Good luck, guys.